Everything is about your network. Everything is about the people that you meet, about the network that you build. Your network is your net worth. At the end of the day, the people you know are going to affect a lot on your success or your failure or anything that you do in life. Don't be afraid to try and take the step. Everyone is the same. We equal. Everyone is worthy. Gary and I will speak. I'm not worried. It's going to happen when time comes. And then a second after I was about to finish, Gary V came. They pulled him too. He came in, he was standing right next to me, and he had in his interview. And I thought, that's it. Social media is magical. And it's really, you never know who you're going to meet.
We have seen so many photos of you going to parties and events and social networking in big cities everywhere around US and the world, and there's networking on social media. So what are your tips for networking on social media?
On social media or in real life? Or both?
Both.
Both. First of all, when you're coming to a place, make sure you get to know everyone. Okay, as many people as possible. When you're going into a place, you sometimes maybe even see someone and you think, it looks like not important. Like, oh, she looks like the assistant of someone, or this guy, I don't think I need to meet him. Meet them. You never know what's going to come out. A lot of times when I am in events, I'm literally trying to connect with a lot of people, as many as possible, to to get to know them. By the way, it might not even be a result of a day or two after. Maybe a year or two after, you might meet this person, and he might gonna be in a different place, or you might need him. You never know. So communicating with people in real events, and by the way, on the stage too, wherever you go online on different platforms. Stage, I mean audio stage, right? But you can go on social media platform and communicate with other people. It's a very basic for success. Everything is about your network. Everything is about the people that you meet, about the network that you build. Your network is your net worth. I know, I'm sure you know that sentence, but at the end of the day, the people you know are going to affect a lot on your success or your failure or anything that you do in life. So make sure you communicate also with the right people. Not just don't just communicate with everyone in a way that some people are the drama makers. You don't want them to drag you into the drama, or you have to pay attention to the people that you feel like you can attract to. You have a conversation with them and try to connect with them. Literally try. Even, sometimes I say, keep your friends close and your enemies closers. Even people you think you're not going to be friends with, or you think they're like troublemakers or anything, get to know them. You never know. You want to be on their side. You don't want, you want to be able to have the network to communicate with people when time comes.
We want to reach somebody like Elon Musk. We want to get Elon Musk on Rocklaz Radio, this podcast. How do you reach him if you just have social media to your access? Or how to make that?
So to reach someone on Elon Musk's level, there's first of all, they're very accessible in the social media platforms. But I mean, you can go to the Elon Musk DM and write him from time to time. Maybe he will see something, but I know that Gary V is looking at his sometimes, or he's been approached to some of those messages by his team. But I think that if you want to reach someone, you can reach him. There's no person in the world, if I want to reach him, I will reach. And how will I do that? Because it really depends on what you want to say. If you just want to say hi, what's up, then it's not relevant. It's not even interesting. If you want to reach and you have an idea or a goal or something that you are doing, and you want someone else to see it, someone who has a lot of followers, or someone is bigger in the industry, and you want to try to reach him, then you can do it. It's just a matter of persistence. Check who is working with him, who is his agent, or what is his contact details. Everyone has a contact details. Maybe it's his team, his support. You have to start and do it. I mean, it's just a matter of being consistent, being persistent, and do it.
Wow. I think we have a fresh story on that as you shared about going to Gary Vee's private yacht party. How did you reach Gary Vee and made this possible?
Well, I remember that at Art Basel, I was walking around Art Basel last year on 2022. I was walking around and with a friend, and we saw Gary on the stage. Now, Gary, I've been following Gary since 2006 when I was in the Caribbean island. That's where I started to listen to him, and he was part of my, kind of guide mentors online to listen to. He was talking about social media and how it's evolving, and I was in the same boat with him. I was big believer in social media before anyone else even knew what it is, and we kind of predicted the future. And so, and he came with the wine company, I came with the kite surfing company, and we both built it at the same. I think it was kind of at the same time when social media exploded and just started. And so I love Gary for a long many years and for a long time. And on Art Basel last year, I went with a friend and we saw him speaking on one of the stages. He was sitting on the stage. There were like 1,000 people there, and I told my friend, I can't believe I still didn't speak with Gary. This is like ridiculous. I really want to talk to him about my nonprofit, and I have so many friends who know him. It doesn't make sense. I didn't even speak to him. So my friend told me, okay, you wanna wait until he's gonna finish this talk on stage and let's go to him. And I told him, no, there are like 1,000 people here. I'm not going to stand online. When this going to need to happen, it will happen. And you'll see. Gary and I will speak. I'm not worried. It's going to happen when time comes. And we went away from that event. And a day after, there was a World of Women event. And I went to the World of Women event. There was the evening event. I came with this dress, with this setup thing. And I went to the red carpet and I was pulled by the videographer to do an interview. And I was interviewed by the World of Women character over there, the blue lady. And she interviewed me, da 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 da, to the camera. And then a second after I was about to finish, Gary Vee came, they pulled him too. He came in, he was standing right next to me, and he had in his interview. And I thought, that's it. That's my lucky day. I'm going to speak to this lovely guy right now. And that's what happened. He finished the interview. I came to him and I introduced myself, although there was thousands of people behind me, approaching him, but I was literally next to him. So I was able to speak to him and I talked to him about my nonprofit, and he gave me his email, and and that's the rest is history.
How does it work? Did you just start talking about yourself, or how did you maintain your posture? Like, people get excited when they are not able to keep calm and they just go haywire about things. So what did you do at that moment? What was your conversation like?
Well, I knew that I have exactly a second, right? Maybe 5 seconds with him before everyone else is going to come, he's going to go. There are a lot of people around. So I was very focused on introducing myself and telling very briefly what I do, what I have in mind, to make sure that he understands very clear and he likes it, and I hoped he's gonna like it and be interested. And he was, and he replied to me very fast. Right to my email, and we'll look at it. And I said thank you, and that's it. I didn't even hold him for a second after, and then 3 days after, I went back home to LA, and I wrote him the email. And 8 minutes after, he replied with his team, and we started a conversation. Yeah, literally 8 minutes after.
eight
It was
minutes just within 8 minutes? Wow.
Yes, 8 minutes after he replied. He CC'd his team. They replied to me, told me they want to meet, and day after we had a call together. We wasn't on the call. I was with his team, but we talked about everything, and it was great. The rest is history.
That is thrilling even to imagine. Wow.
It's
One
it's
person.
I'm telling you, when you focus on what you want, and you are, again, you know that you want to do that, and you're bringing it out to the universe. And I'm not that spiritual person. I'm really not. I don't do meditation, and I'm very bad in these things. But I believe that if you want something and you say it out loud and you are acting towards it, it's going to happen to you. So literally a day before, I said, you know what? I'll meet Gary when time will come. And it came a day after. Who would even think about it, you know? So you never know when it's gonna come, and be ready for it, and know what you do when it's coming, you know? I mean, it's just like that. Believe in it and it will happen to you.
Tal, I'm telling this in front of you, right as we are doing this podcast, that Elon Musk is going to be on Rocklaz Radio very soon.
Yes.
November 22nd, November 2023. You met Gary at the physical event. Do you have a story from somebody unreachable that you reached only through social media?
First of all, my ex-husband I met through social media, you know, so that's social media is magical, and it's really, you never know who you're gonna meet. Um, but yes, so, you know, I communicated with a lot of people who are, everyone is reachable. There's no unreachable people. People are reachable. We are all the same. We're all human beings. We all have, you know, same dreams, and some people are just having more experience and more knowledge than others, and are able to give more tools and create more influence than others, but we are all the same, so everyone is reachable. I think that at the end of the day, it's all about how persistent you are, how much you really want something, and when you want something, you can achieve it. Some people do it in different, some everyone doing it in different ways. Some people are writing millions of DMs and until they get answered, or some people will go through an agent, or will try to drive to his house to stand in the door. I don't know. There's, you know, but at the end of the day, if you really want something, you can achieve it. So you have to just believe in it, and don't be afraid to approach people on DMs, on go to their support and say that you want to meet them, and don't be afraid to try and take the step. Everyone is the same. We equal. Everyone is worthy a conversation with everyone. I would love to speak to every human being.